Hello, diabolical tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play We Are Not Wearing Trousers with me, Blue Ankylo. No need for pants. Yeah, you know, it's Diablo, it's 1995. One thing that we learned in between episodes for the future tubers, if you're playing along, you can hotkey some of your spells. You can only hotkey 4 of them. So it's the F5, F6, F7, F8 buttons, not the ones I would have ever guessed. And it doesn't actually even mention them in the help. So good luck figuring it out. Maybe it's in the manual. But yeah, basically open your quick spells, and then when hovering over, just tap F5, F6, F7, F8, and then you'll have a shortcut. So that's, you know, that's nice, especially if you're on a mage. But in fact, I feel bad. I just played through as a sorcerer, and I never figured that out. Classic. Anyway, welcome to floor 3, where the enemies keep getting stronger. We'll find out if we get any new quests down here. We've already had 2 quests. Killed the butcher and cleared the poisoned water. Another book of telekinesis. That's another batch of money. Nice, nice. Alright. Carvers. So the fallen ones have been upgraded. Now, these guys, generally, recolors will have the same sort of AI as their predecessors, so these guys should still run away when when they see something die, basically. I'm pretty sure. Oops, come on, get through that door. No, I want you to stand there. Okay, good enough. A trapped door? Got this. Oh, it's a boss room. Flee! So Burning Dead are upgraded skeletons. They suck if you're playing with a Fireball Sorcerer because they resist fire damage. As you might expect, given that they're called Burning Dead. Hey, level up! I guess it wasn't really a boss room. In Diablo 2, that would have totally been a boss room, but there's no rare drop. If there was a boss enemy, it actually would have had a blue drop for sure. Alright, let's, oh, I'm just gonna, until we get my hit percentage up closer to 100%, we're just gonna keep pumping it up. Basically, each character also has a maximum for every stat. So, like, I think a warrior maxes their dexterity around 55 or so. And then, like, a sorcerer maxes their dexterity around 85, I think? 75 or 85? But a rogue will be able to max their dexterity to, like, 255. But then they won't be able to get their magic to 200 kind of thing, so. If you're playing as a warrior, it's a little bit more difficult to get 100% hit rate, basically. As a rogue, you can go as high as you want. Thanks, now I get the TP scroll. Anyway, kill a bunch of Burning Dead, now you guys can start reading about their stats. They're completely immune to magic damage. We're finding tons of books, spell books. The warp spell takes you back to the staircase at the level you're on, which is kind of garbage. And then telekinesis we've already talked about a little bit. Warp is not completely useless, it's just, it's more like an escape spell. Use it when you're surrounded and you're about to die. New enemies! Some bats. Good thing about bats, low HP. I mean, we're only on floor 3. Ooh, I heard a drop. I heard something good down here. I don't know how well the volume balances for you guys. Oh, see, this is why we need the search spell. Can you see it? Even when zoomed in? It's right there. Anyway, that's our first ring. Well, our first drop ring. And I wasted all my ID scrolls while I was fighting the butcher last time. So we'll have to go back to Deckard Cain to learn what it does. But that's good. Yeah, we might just drop that, but, you know, we can try to sell the Staff of Holy Bolt for something. SLJ, Stone of Jordan. That one's not in the game. I guess the equivalent would be something like the Obsidian Ring of the Zodiac or something. In Diablo 1. But it's definitely not that. Oh, good. Another warp book. Well, they are worth a bit of money, so... Man! So many spellbooks. How come I'm not on a sorcerer? Now, Inferno, like, if I was playing a sorcerer, garbage, like, none of these would actually help. But when I'm playing sorcerer, in the early game, finding, like, firebolt books or charge bolt books is so important. If you don't find any, you have a really hard time in the early game. Because you need to decrease the cost of your spells. And you gotta get them all level 5 or 6 to lower them down. Because you don't have a lot of MP. Like, your mana is really, really low. And you can't hit things in melee. But the, you know, the rogue doesn't have that problem. We just rapid fire bow everything. It's all good. Go. Every time I bring town portal scrolls, I find them dropping by bulk. But if I don't bring any, then they never drop. It's the desire sensor. Okay, that's the stairs down. We could skip the floor if we really wanted, but, you know, that'd be silly. I'm too much of a completionist to not at least make an attempt at clearing an entire floor. I might miss a chest or two or not notice a drop, but I will always try to full clear a level unless I'm really struggling. Well, and even then, if you're struggling, like, what's going to happen if you skip a floor? The next floor is just going to be more difficult. Is Hellfire a difficulty level? No, it's normal, nightmare, hell for the 3 difficulties. Diablo 1, 2... Diablo, Hellfire, and Diablo 2. Hellfire is the name of the expansion. Sorry, I guess that's probably more the question. But yeah, the difficulty levels go normal, normal, nightmare, hell. Just like normal. I assume Diablo 3 has the first... It has the same naming convention for the first 3 difficulties, but then they've got a bunch of weird names for the extra hard stuff that you get later on that's kind of weird. I'm not really very experienced in Diablo 3, so I can't answer questions about that one. Oh good, our first pack of archer enemies, I think. Archer enemies in almost every Diablo game suck. But having a ranged character does help. Because if you're fighting melee, you have to chase them down and they all run away from you, which is... Well, you know. I believe in getting a level up before I have to heal. I think we can do it. Okay, well, we'll ignore the bat. Oh, another boss. Actually a boss group. It's Bongo. And a bunch of devilkins, which are slightly more dangerous fallen ones, basically. Got him. Machine Gun Archer wins again. Basically stun locked them, and every time we killed one, they ran away. Alright. Oh, playing as the rogue is fun. I like the rogue. I mean, I like this game. It's a good game. Alright, level up. 80% accuracy. I don't know how high we're going to go, Dex. If I see a bow that requires 30 or 35 strength, I think at that point I'll take a couple levels in strength. But for now, just getting that accuracy up, that's going to be nice. And, I mean, most of our damage potential, you know, got another +1 to our damage there. Most of that's going to come from dexterity anyway. Bongo the boss. Yeah, I don't know who came up with all the boss names in this game. There's some silly stuff. It's the 90s, you know, 1990s. All right. I like this. You know, it's not we're still pretty fragile. Like our life and AC is pretty low, but I'm enjoying having the bow. I generally don't play as a ranger class, as a general rule. Like I said earlier, I kind of have a preference for mages in these kinds of games. I love fireballs and okay, well, that's not very nice. The barrels are killing me pretty good here. You know, I really enjoy playing as a mage often. And Sword and Board Warrior is always a classic. Probably when I was younger, that was my preferred class when I was first playing these games. So I never really had a transition where I was playing archers or ranged characters. So this is, I don't know. I mean, I've played the rogue before a little bit, but I don't think I've ever finished the game with one. So it's kind of neat, you know. I'm enjoying it. I don't know if, I have no idea if this is a popular class for Diablo 1. Did anyone ever play in Diablo 2? How popular was the bow?
I have no room.
The bow Amazon. Did anyone ever actually like that, or did everyone just skip it? Oh, we can talk about shrines in a second. I think this is a good time to go back to town, though. We're kind of out of inventory space. We can ID a couple things. If I maneuver this around, we can bring the book back. The rogue from D1 is the first boss. Well, I've heard that. Is that canonically true, or just sort of a fan theory? That the sorcerer is the summoner, and the rogue is the blood raven.
Hello, my friend.
All right, this is what we want to know. Is it a good ring? It's good enough. And an axe. So it might have been better if it was +7 to dexterity, but if we find a bow that needs 30 strength, now we can equip it. Unfortunately, otherwise it does nothing, so not that important. You like the Amazon, but you played Necro? Well, yeah.
What ails you, my friend?
I played a lot of Sorceress. I played a fair bit of Paladin and Berserker, or Barbarian, I guess. In Diablo 2, that is. Yeah, I played some Necromancer for sure. But I did start liking the mage classes. Once I got Fireball going, and Meteors and stuff like that, I'm like, and Frozen Orb, all the cool spells, I'm like, oh man, I can never go back to punching things with an axe.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Alright, well, we don't need an axe. Speaking of axes. Alright, heal up our bow, or repair up our bow, check for new items. So, what would we purchase? Deadly bow, still not good enough. I think that was here last time we were shopping. I'm mostly looking for what the next tier of bows will need for equipment. They probably haven't unlocked. We're probably still too low of a character level to really see whatever the next, you know, it's probably like 3 to 6 damage or 2 to 7 damage kind of thing. You just haven't seen them yet. Alright, bunch of stuff to sell to the witch. Not much to buy. Strafe was broken. Fire and ice bows weren't worth it. I never used Javazon. Well, yeah. I know, I remember hearing Javazon, so I assumed there was a Javelin build that people liked. But I think it was Poison Javelin or something everyone really liked. But I don't remember everyone used bows for Boazon.
I sense a
which would be like our
search
character.
of answers.
Alright, keep your town portal scrolls. Sell your telekinesis book. Sell your inferno book. Like, we're getting some good money here. Warp, good money. Firebolts. See, we learned Firebolt at 1. If we had 3 more points of magic, we could learn this. So there could be an argument to keep this and then wait until we find some item that has plus magic on it, and then we could equip the plus magic item, learn the spell, and then drop the item back down, basically, and then we'd upgrade our Firebolt. But for now, I'm just gonna sell it. Maybe I'll start talking about holding on to things for later at some point. But, like, really, Firebolt isn't very useful on an archer because we just shoot arrows as fast as we want. And warp. The spells we want to learn are things like heal or search. But now you can see 5,000 max gold per stack. We've got a TP scroll. We've got 2 TP scrolls, so I got a backup, an heir and a spare. And we'll check if she's selling anything.
Soul in search of answers.
Nothing important. I mean, honestly, Staff of Healing is kind of neat because you can get you can just carry it with you and use it to heal yourself anytime you want. 34 potions, basically, on one 2x3 item. You can just equip it, heal, whatever, anytime you want. It's neat. It's a good one of the things sorcerers can do, or if you get a little bit of points in magic. Nice for the early game. It's canonical, you think? I assume Diablo 3 is where they explain all that, because it definitely doesn't feel like it was explained in Diablo 2. And if it's just canon for Diablo 3, then I'm not sure if I'm totally on board with it. It might be Blizzard canon, but... ugh. Alright. Should probably be saving more often. And yeah, good to go. Let's keep going. I mean, we do have these firebolts. But the projectile speed of the firebolt is lower than the projectile speed of the arrows. Which kind of sucks. I think as you level up your spells, projectile speeds go up though. So, you know, a level 5 firebolt would travel faster. If that's the kind of thing you care about. I'm not sure if your arrow projectiles ever speed up. The rogue returns to the rogue encampment, becomes tainted, and becomes blood raven. Oh, okay. Well, I'll take your word for it. I mean, I did play Diablo 2 quite a lot, but I don't remember ever noticing that connection. I know the warrior was, like... I'm pretty sure the warrior made sense, canonically, that the warrior was the one that, well, spoilers, finishes the quest of Diablo 1, let's say. And then I guess the other two didn't make it to the bottom of the dungeon, they just left. Oh, a whole bunch of archers in here. But we're chewing through them pretty good with our current build. Okay, so shrines are weird in Diablo 1. I recommend saving or looking up a guide. What once was opened now is closed. So this one I am familiar with. What that means is some shrines are bad and will decrease stats and stuff. What that one does is recloses every chest on this floor and fills it up with a random item. So anything you've already opened once has been closed or has been refilled. So it's actually a nice little one. You could go back and reopen all your chests if you cared. I'm not going to bother, of course, but if I see any as we travel around, I'll open them up. So, Thaumaturgy Shrine, it's a positive effect overall, not a bad one. These guys are going down easy, I like this. Rogue is tough. Oh yeah, and don't worry, if for everybody that was making fun of her lack of clothes, one of these days we'll equip some better armor that will dress her up a little bit more. There are some character... I think there's 3 tiers of sprites, depending on what kind of armor you're wearing. Sort of light armor, medium armor, plate mail kind of thing. Oh, there's a... This is a difficult room. Lots of archers. Lots of stuff coming at me. Don't get surrounded. And a boss coming towards us. We're gonna pull back a little. Maybe this door will be enough. But that was a lot of monsters, you know. El Chupacabra. We got him. And another boss. It was a double boss. Gutshank. You got nothing on Machine Gun Rogue. Ooh, the Berserk Staff. So Berserk is a new spell for Hellfire. Was not in the original game. And it's the only spell... Basically, it's like the special ability for the Barbarian. That it's like the only spell he can learn, basically. I'm not exactly sure how it works, to be honest. It might increase your physical damage. So maybe we should try it out. If we can even equip the staff. But But I'm a little bit busy here. This room has got like 100 enemies in it. Very dangerous room. I killed the Mexican werewolf. El Chupacabra. One thing that's nice, or not nice, but nice I would say, is boss groups, although they get a bunch of minions. Unlike Diablo 2, the minions don't get any buffs, so they're just regular enemies. No extra XP, sadly, but just regular. Diablo 2, the boss groups are all nice. They're boosted stats, which can be problematic if they've got a powerful buff like, oh, whatever the one is, the lightning enchanted. It's the lightning fire enchanted or whatever you get on the high difficulties levels that just kill you. But, yeah, it doesn't do stuff like that, and you don't get the extra XP out of it either, sadly. We are not high enough level for Berserk. Oh no, 35 magic. Not even close. So we're not going to be able to cast Berserk to find out what that does at this time. Thorns? Thorns is pretty bad too, I guess, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's like a bug with double enchants on the higher difficulty levels though. It's, I forget how it works exactly in Diablo 2, but like, it's actually multiplying damage together incorrectly. Like, it's a bug. So if you have like a fire, lightning, or something, or any two elements together, I think there's some sort of multiplication bug that's basically just one-shots anything. Someone that knows Diablo 2 more than me might be able to explain it. Okay, we're almost done level 3. I don't even know if I saw the stairs down yet. Like, we've been... It must be like right behind the stairs up. Iron Maiden... What does that one do? Just locks you in position, I think. I'm trying to remember. Oh, by the way, when we did this thaumaturgical shrine, it refilled all the chests, but not things like libraries. So, if you're trying to scam some... Oh, there's the stairs down. Anyway, let's clear this room out. No, this room is cleared. Never mind. Let's just keep going. Yeah, so you can't get extra books out of the thaumaturgical shrine. Only... You know, treasure chests. And, you know, we could definitely... And also, not the sarcophagi either. But, you know, it would make sense to spend a little bit of time looking for refilled chests after you hit one of those. Maybe not in the high levels where the drops are very... Like, we're not getting very good drops from them right now. But lower levels in the dungeon, where the random drops are better, it might be worth revisiting if you see that. Alright, level 4. Let's see if we get a special quest at the end of this one. Remove certain enemies in later patches. Remove from certain enemies. Any damage... Oh, it's like... Yeah, okay, damage reflection. I see. Yeah, that's always a dangerous ability. Damage reversal, or whatever you call it in other games. Oh, good! Hidden! These guys are fun. They're real squishy. And they're a real pain if you're playing melee. But with the bow, it's fine. So you may have noticed something about those monsters. I don't even think there are monsters like this in Diablo 2. If you've only ever played Diablo 2, this is a new monster. Probably because they're too difficult for melee characters. Can't have them for all your melee classes. Getting a lot of mana potions and TP scrolls. 2 TP scrolls. Alright, let's level up. Nice. Sorcerer percent world record of Diablo is 12 minutes, 55 seconds. Sheesh. Thanks for Wikifacts, Tim. Yeah, that's pretty quick. They must have some pretty interesting exploits for the sorcerer to finish this game in 13 minutes, basically. Sheesh. I mean, we're speed running it too. We're just not going for a world record. We're going for a personal best. To beat the personal best, all we need to do is beat the game, and it'll be a new speedrun record for myself. Because I don't think I've ever beaten it with the rogue. So even if this takes me 20 hours, which it shouldn't, it'll be a new record. Now, if I lose, if it's game over, then, you know, we failed. Well, yeah, teleport is very powerful, so... But a book of teleport is like 20,000 gold, so... How do you get enough money to even buy one? Unless you're just looking for a staff, maybe. Oh, we're killing a bunch of stuff back there. They dropped something, so remember to go check back in this corner. This is kind of an interesting one because there's a barrel blocking the entrance, so the enemies can't get to us. So it's a really nice, you know, firing galley. You looked up on speedrun.com. No, you misunderstand. Tim is the WikiFacts. We've got WikiLeaks, but Tim is WikiFacts, or whatever I was calling it. Because he's always got the, you know, the secrets. Okay, there was a scroll drop. Firewall. Firewall's an interesting spell. You could probably guess what it does. Enemies are smart enough not to walk into it. But if you put it in the right spot, or cast it twice, they don't have a choice.
Now where would I put this?
Where would I put this? Don't answer that, chat. Let's do the bottom left corner first, because it's probably a dead end. Yep. Oh, look at that. All the Twitch people, the Twitchians getting all the bonus trivia questions now. The poor YouTubians don't get to take advantage of all the trivia points. So I actually kind of like the hidden monsters. It's an enemy type that cloaks and disappears. They're really annoying if you're playing as a melee fighter because they'll attack you and then disappear and move out of your range. So they're really annoying and hard to hit with a sword or whatever. But with a mage or an archer, it's easy. And you can shoot them while they're invisible too. So like, if you think there's a big pack of them, you can just fire blindly and you might kill a couple. At least you'll hear the sound effect that will tell you they're there. What did you drop? A potion? That's all he dropped, just one red potion. They must be using teleport staves then. The fighter takes longer because I don't know why. Less mana or something. I don't know.
Carry anymore.
Who knows? Let's try not to die here though. We're getting so many scrolls in this game. Wow. I've also got some really speedy bats. I think these types of bats have like a charge attack. I saw you there, yeah. Garbage cloak. I do like, every now and then, like, I really enjoy just having a Diablo-like game. I find to be very, kind of relaxing. Like, it's low brain power most of the time. Every now and then you get into a bad situation and suddenly it's like, oh crap, gotta turn on the reflexes a little bit. But a lot of times you're almost on autopilot, just cruising through.
Hello, my friend.
It's just nice and relaxing.
And listen.
All right, what do we get? Three items. Sword of Light. Sounds cool, isn't very effective. A Deadly Staff of Berserk. A Blue Cloak of the Sky. +2 attributes, you know. And then I've got that Flash Staff. Now, I could hold on to this and then go +2 magic when I want to learn a spell book. But it's too small of a buff, I'm not going to worry about it. But I should try to keep my eyes open for anything that gives you like a +5, 6, 7 to magic and start saving those for later rather than selling them. We're kind of getting to the point where we're holding on to that.
Moment. I have a story you might find interesting. A caravan that was bound for the Eastern Kingdoms passed through here some time ago. It was supposedly carrying a piece of the heavens that had fallen to earth. The caravan was ambushed by cloaked riders just north of here along the roadway. I searched the wreckage for this sky rock, but it was nowhere to be found. If you should find it, I believe that I can fashion something useful from it.
Well, I like Skyrock. Unfortunately, he crafts a melee weapon, but whatever. But yeah, don't worry. If I ever get around to playing Diablo 2 on the channel, we won't be doing a teleport run. That's for sure. I like to clear the game,
What can I do for
playing the game. Sword of Light would have been a major artifact in RGRPG. Yeah, kind of like a mana sword, except you would actually get to equip it, maybe, if you're lucky. Anyway, a little bit of money, and the Cloak of the Sky, another $1,000. We got quite a good cash. We're gonna make a quick check for new items in here. A zesty mace. A gold. That 25% hit rate. That's not bad. Early on, when you don't have a 100% hit rate, that's neat. That's a lot of money. I'm not gonna put 11,000 gold into it, but that's a potential buy, maybe. We've got basic 13 armor class armor. Starting to unlock better stuff. Still no new bows that we can see. Gotta go sell some more stuff, though. We're gonna start ditching some gold in town, so I don't have to carry it around anymore. Town is persistent until you make a new game, by the way. You can save, load, it's all good. Don't have to worry about your items on the ground.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Alright, Flash Scroll. Deadly Staff of Berserk. Good pickup. $1,000. Firewall. Another $1,000 for staff. Don't need mana potions. Honestly, the runes are not very good. I might hold on to that search scroll, because if we ever hear a little ding-a-ling for a ring drop and we can't find it, this will let us find it. So having that as a reserve would be good. We want at least one town portal. And then I'm going to drop the rest. We've got so many. I could be selling these, but it's kind of crazy how many we're getting. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's great. We've had so many good luck drops.
In search of answers.
Ooh, books of town portals. So getting some more magic, and then we can just cast this spell would be nice as well. Rather than having to carry the scrolls around, but... You know, 20 required magic just to learn it, plus the MP to cast it, or the mana to cast it. Yeah, keep an eye. We got to start thinking about... now we're getting to the point where we've got enough money to buy some basic books. It's probably a good idea to start looking for some plus magic items. Only one person runs warrior speedruns. Wow. Nobody likes Diablo 1 warriors. Okay, so we're going to make a little gold pile over here. My traditional gold stash is right above the fountain, because... Oh yeah, by the way, the fountain was yellow back when it was poisoned, but we fixed that. So we keep one stash of gold, and then for now, this will be my town portal stash, because there are no books of town portal in this game. And I could sell them for a bit of money, but they'll probably get used eventually. And then we've got a bunch of healing items. One ID scroll in case we find something we really want to use while we're in the dungeon. And escape and emergency search. Just double check if anyone has a quest.
Master, I have a strange experience to relate. I know that you have a great knowledge of those monstrosities that inhabit the labyrinth.
Oh yeah, Diablo 1 PvP was pretty brutal, that's true.
I was awakened during the night by a scraping sound just outside of my tavern. When I looked out from my bedroom, I saw the shapes of small, demon-like creatures in the inn yard. After a short time, they ran off, but not before stealing the sign to my inn. I don't know why the demons would steal my sign, but leave my family in peace. 'Tis strange, no?
Well, we've got two quests again. Magic Rock is lower. It's not on the floor we're on, but Ogden's Sign, I think, is on floor 4. So we might as well ask about Ogden's Sign right now.
Greetings, good master.
And we'll do the Magic Rock
Rising sun.
next visit to town, just so we don't have a ton of dialogue.
Adria's wise beyond her years, but I must admit, she frightens me a little. Well, no matter. If you ever have need to trade in items of sorcery, she maintains a strangely well-stocked hut just across the river.
Strangely well-stocked. I wonder where she gets all her stuff.
What ails you, my friend? My goodness, demons running about the village at night, pillaging our homes. Is nothing sacred? I hope that Ogden and Garda are all right. I suppose that they would come to see me if they were hurt.
There's nothing sacred. Pepin gets worked up pretty quick.
Hello, my friend. Still, I see that this strange behavior puzzles you as well. I would surmise that since many demons fear the light of the sun and believe that it holds great power, it may be that the rising sun depicted on the sign you speak of has led them to believe that it too holds some arcane powers. Perhaps they are not all as smart as we had feared.
Some demons aren't very smart, that's true. But yeah, I do remember a little bit of D1 multiplayer. I never played much because I was not the kind of youngster that wanted to lose all of my progress like that. So until you know how to back up your character in a save, like back up the save file, you don't want to go multiplayer and lose everything.
Can a fellow drink in peace?
Those obsidian rings of the Zodiac aren't easy to get unless someone is hacking. There's a lot of that too back in the old multiplayer days.
You know what I think? Somebody took that sign. They're gonna want lots of money for it. If I was Ogden, well, I'm not.
And I'm not.
If I was,
But if
I'd just buy a new sign with some pretty drawing on it. Maybe a nice mug of ale. Ooh, or a piece of cheese.
Farnham, I think, is my favorite though. If I was Ogden, and I'm not. But if I was.
Well, what can I do for you? Demons stole Ogden's sign, you say? That doesn't sound much like the atrocities I've heard of or seen. Demons are concerned with ripping out your heart, not your signpost.
You gotta be more imaginative. Demons are up to all kinds of no good. They're stealing signs. They're coming for our
I
signs.
sense a soul insert. No mortal can truly understand the mind of the demon. Never let their erratic actions confuse you, as that too may be their plan.
Yes, the demons are trying to confuse the town by stealing the signs of the tavern keepers.
Oh, such a trouble I have. Well, maybe... No, I couldn't impose on you, what with all the other troubles. Maybe after you've cleansed the church of some of those creatures, you could come back and spare a little time to help a poor farmer?
We're almost there. Church is almost cleansed. Alright, we'll go talk to what's-her-face, the most useless in the town. The daughter, she does nothing. This is like the most... I guess Jillian the barmaid is kind of like Farnham the drunk, except Farnham is hilarious and she's just a girl.
Good day. How may I serve you?
She doesn't actually serve you anything.
Oh my, is that where the sign went? My grandmother and I must have slept right through the whole thing. Thank the light that those monsters didn't attack the inn.
Godly plates of the whale. Is that what everyone liked? I thought... I guess that I sort of remember wanting the whale affix for the extra HP. I was just playing as a sorcerer, so HP or health was pointless. But if you're a sorcerer, you want something else than that. I think you want whatever armor class plus something useful. I don't know. Maybe hit recovery. I don't know. Maybe.
Psst, over here.
What? Is he saying I took that? I suppose that Griswold is on his side too. Look, I got over simple sign stealing months ago.
Months ago!
Can't turn a profit on a piece of wood.
What if it's a rare piece of wood? Like your leg. Can't turn a profit on a piece of wood. Let's talk about Diablo 2 later. Alright, that's everybody. So we got our quest, recover Ogden's sign. We'll figure out what diabolical plots the demons are up to now. Not just killing people, but stealing their signs. Lots of money down here. I'm sure all my random arrow firing kills enemies far away, and then we just never see the drops. Oh, speaking of a sign. We have really good timing for quests. So you can see the stairway down. About, 2 or 3 times in the game, the path to the next floor might be blocked by a quest. Kill him! Snot spill! Can't kill him.
Hey! You that one that kill all! You get me magic banner or we attack! You no live with life! You kill big uglies and give back magic! Go past corner and door, find uglies! You give, you go!
Alright, I'm the one that kills all, he says. Hey, +1 damage. Nice. I'm always happy to see that extra damage up. In a game where weapons are kind of like Dungeons and Dragons weapons that are like relatively low base, and it takes a while to get +1 or +2 kind of to your damage range, just having your stats upgrade your damage +1 is a nice, pretty nice buff early on. Just make sure nothing's coming down. But yeah, he's talking about these uglies up here. A little bit stronger than the average enemy in this area. Ooh. Where is it? We got our amulet. Our first amulet. Okay, let's ID. Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty good. 100% hit rate. And +9 magic, so we can start learning some spells. Also, we have a magic bow that I probably could have ID'd as well. But that's a nice amulet for this point in the game. That's definitely worth keeping. Even if we get a better Ammy, we'll be saving that for later. Because that will be something we can just keep to learn spells. Even if we find a really nice combat amulet, we would keep that magic amulet just to learn magic. Once you've got like +20 or 30 to your magic in items, you can learn pretty much any basic spell. Even if you never invest into your magic stat. Alright, we're just going to put a save here for reasons.
You give? Yes, good. Go now. We strong. We kill all with big magic.
So I didn't even take the automatically. I didn't even take the signpost back to Ogden. I just gave it to the demons because you know why not. Don't you give the banner back to the town? Nah, you give it to these guys. Look at all the experience. This is more important than whatever Ogden is going to do. Drops. Gold. Also, the stairways to the next floor. So I think we missed out on a certain Flesh Clan something the Weak. I forget his name. He's pretty funny. But unless he's on this floor and I missed him, I don't think we're going to get one of those quests. Anyway, quest complete! Now we can go to the next floor if we want. But we're going to go clear this floor first, because, you know, experience and stuff. We got a magic sword from Snot Spill. Really not that difficult to fight, just, you know, kind of funny. Seems like a trustworthy guy. Well, that's a lot of enemies. Caps, nothing, no good drops. This, I mean, we already got that good amulet drop, and if we're really lucky, the bow will be a nice bow as well. So, I really can't complain about drops if we get a good amulet and a good bow on the same level. Item durability, replenishment doesn't really matter to me too much. 20% repair. You might as well just bring a town portal and go repair it at Griswold's. Another rare axe. Now that we're getting a little bit lower, we're starting to get more frequent magic item drops, which is pretty nice. Doesn't mean they're going to be very good magic items, but at least we have the chance, you know? Alright, is this floor... This floor is not clear. Alright, well... I don't know about you guys, but I hate leaving areas unexplored. Gotta remember to save more regularly, though. It's gonna be the death of me if I get much deeper down here if I don't save regularly. We're not trying to do like a hardcore run where it's game over if you die or anything, but... because I've been investing entirely into dexterity, no vitality at all, we'll die pretty darn fast if we get surrounded. So I need to be playing pretty defensively, and every now and then you'll still just make a mistake, and suddenly, you know, you're dead. Diablo 1 is not very forgiving. It definitely has some roguelike qualities, for sure. I mean, we're playing as a rogue, so clearly it's roguelike. Oh, you know, we never got, I guess, well, it wouldn't make as much difference on a rogue, but there's a quest for, a certain batch of skeletons that drops an HP stealing crown. Some of you may be familiar with that quest. That's probably the best one to get, especially if you're playing a warrior, but even with the rogue, that would have been a nice helmet. HP steal, yeah, it's pretty good. So at this point, I don't think I'm going to put more oils on the bow until I get a better bow. Want to save up those, you know, permanent buffs for a more long-lasting bow.
All praises to Diablo, Lord of Terror and survivor of the Dark Exile. When he awakened from his long slumber, my lord and master spoke to me of secrets that few mortals know. He told me the kingdoms of the high heavens and the pits of the burning hells engage in an eternal war. He revealed the powers that have brought this discord to the realms of man. My lord has named the battle for this world and all who exist here the Sin War.
Is this, I forget. I haven't played a lot of Diablo 3, but I feel like Diablo 3 is the one that really engages that aspect, if I remember correctly. Diablo 2 touches upon it a little bit, but I'm pretty sure Diablo 3 is where they really get into that stuff. If you haven't played this game before, you can start taking bets or guesses on who wrote those, because we're going to find a variety of tomes throughout this dungeon that just give you background lore. That was the first one. There's probably 4 or so of them. They just give you some background lore of the game. You can take a guess at who is speaking. It's not too hard to figure out, but I won't tell you guys. You have to figure it out yourself. At least until we get to like level 15 or 16. Alright, next level. Level 5. Ah, it's a little different down here.
The smell of death surrounds me.
Welcome to the catacombs. I believe they call it the catacombs. So now that we're down here, we can go talk to that farmer and unlock another new area. A special hellfire dungeon. But I'm pretty sure... Well, we'll see. We'll talk about that in a bit. Full rejuve potion. Probably not as purple as you remember from Diablo 2. Just want to pick this up just to see. It's probably not worth selling. Leather armor might be worth a little bit, but what you really want is like plate mail, because you can sell plate mail for lots of gold. Lots of gold. Seems like a trustworthy guy, yeah. The kind of guy you'd probably want to follow. Should listen to him. And die to barrels here. Oh, hold on. Sure, I just used one of those. Thanks for giving me another one. Can we finally have tier 2 armor? We probably don't have the strength for it, honestly. The first armor that gives you the new sprites, I think it's like ring mail or scale mail, and it probably requires like 40 strength or something. There's the way down to level 6 if you want to keep going, though. I would probably suggest not just rushing down, though. For one, we might be able to find a magic rock before we do that. And for two, you know, gotta get some XP. So, now that we have over 100% to hit, I can pretty much guarantee that any arrow that misses is not like missing because, you know, you failed your roll. It's missing because you aimed bad. So, there's a bunch of archers down there. They're bad news. We're just gonna lure them into a doorway with a little bit of perpendicular fire here so that we don't die. If you stand in front of them, well, you know how it goes. And it is a boss. Bloodskin Darkbow. Now I do know not how to do it, I just know that it's a thing. There are some ways to kind of glitch vision and projectiles around some corners and stuff a little bit. There are some bugs in... I'm assuming it's just AI exploits more than anything. But there are some angles where you can hit the enemy with like a bow or a spell, but they can't hit you. I just know they exist. I don't know how to replicate it easily. If I go to level 6, you get better items. Yeah, probably. I think the items are still tied to your character level, but you'll get a new batch of them as you go deeper down, right? Anyway, I'm still going to pump up dexterity, even though I've got over 100% to hit now. I want to have around 100% to hit without the amulet, and then I'll probably put some points in strength after that. Besides, more dex is good. This looks like a quest room to me. Oh boy, we might actually get some good armor here, guys. Not to spoil it, but if we could not die. Maybe I should put those points in strength after all. If I'd seen this earlier, I think I might have changed my level up there. I don't like these, oh, this is not good. Yeah, we're gonna pull back. Shouldn't have run up that quick. Should have waited a little bit longer, because the skeletons were already aggroed. They were just far enough back that I couldn't see them. But we're fine. I had a feeling that was gonna be a dangerous move, and at least I managed to stop myself before we got totally surrounded. But yeah, these kind of open rooms, I guess that's something to talk about too. As we get deeper down, there will be fewer and fewer choke points, like doors you can just close to scam the enemies. You'll have to just fight in open corridors, open areas more and more. You know, there'll still be corners and stuff to take advantage of, but less landscapes to really you know, take advantage of. At least these guys, they still run away every time you kill somebody, so... They're still probably the easiest enemy in the game, just because they don't really surround you like most enemies would. They just run away if you kill something, so... We should be able to find some slightly higher level magic. Oh, you know what? We'll do that. Infravision Scroll is neat. You can't learn it as a spellbook. Oh, sure. Let's learn Holy Bolt. We could sell it for 250, but it's fine. Oh, hold on. But I'll cast that Infravision Scroll. You can't, like I was trying to say, before I got sidetracked, is Infravision is a spell you can only learn via scroll, or you can only cast by a scroll. And then you can see where enemies are without actually being able to see them, or without them seeing you. It's a neat spell. Definitely not mandatory, but it's kind of fun. So, yeah, I had a feeling there was a boss here. We had invisible fallen ones, or dark ones, because the boss, I guess. Shadow Crow. There's a lot of enemies over here. Dangerous area. Alright, so there's
where would I put this?
Where would I put this? You know where to put it. Oh, good! A piece of wood with a nail in it. That'll help. Hey, there's a magic rock. Good. One quest. Uh-oh. These guys are kind of tough. Okay, we're getting lots of drops now. Wow. Oh, let's kill these guys. But yeah, as we get deeper into the dungeon, of course, the enemy density continues to increase. So, we gotta play smarter and smarter the deeper we go.
I can't carry anymore.
And I can't promise that I'm a very smart player. Alright, I want to take this rock with me, and we just got too much stuff, basically. We'll leave the staff, take the rock.
This must be what Griswold wanted.
Head back to town. Wood with a nail. Common build. Oh, yeah. Best starter weapon in the game. Wood with nail.
Hello, my friend.
That's speedrun strats for sure. Club of the Dragon. Straight out of the Discord. I like it. Alright. A zesty bow. Not what we want. A skillful. This would have been a better if it was a bow of skill. Fragility. That's unfortunate. And a Club of the Bat. I mean, that's actually not the worst enchantment. So we have a one of you know, Mana Steel bow, or Mana Steel club is what I'm trying to say. We've got a broken axe, a dexterous sword, and a not very helpful bow. Let me save this for later. We'll save that for later. No. We'll go equip that. That's for emergencies. And we're going to sell most of our runes and spare scrolls. My town portal scroll pile just continues to grow because we keep getting more. Faster than I can use them. I need to make sure I keep one, though. Obviously. Search, town portal, rejuve, couple heals, and we'll sell the rest, basically. Alright. Let's make some money.
Let me see that.
Oh, right, first.
Aye, it is as I believed. Give me a moment. Here you are. I arranged.
Oh, I forgot to ask everybody about the magic rock.
I hope it serves you well.
We solved the quest too quickly, so I missed my chance to ask everyone about the magic rock. We missed some dialogue. And I thought he gave us a sword, so actually we got a ring out of him, which might be good. It's unique.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
You remember watching some speedruns? Yeah. I mean, the speedruns are fun and all for most games, but they definitely...
What ails you, my friend?
They don't necessarily give you a very good idea of how the game plays. You know, they kind of break the game, usually, and then you've got no idea how it actually works. Okay, so what do we get? Empyrean Band. +2 to all attributes, 20% light radius, faster hit recovery, and takes half damage from traps. Now, the traps doesn't really matter much, because the rogue can avoid pretty much every trap if you care. Hit recovery can be useful. I'm not sure exactly, again, how the mechanics or the formulas work, but, you know, being stun-locked is pretty crappy, so recovering quicker would be nice. I don't know. I guess the strength doesn't really do much other than equip. Maybe help us equip some armor. Whereas the +2 to all stats gives us 1 more hit percentage. I don't know about that. What's better? Light radius doesn't really matter. Hit recovery is minor. So it's -5 strength for +2 dex and +2 magic, I guess. I have to think about it.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Hey there, Robert. Ending is too disgusting? Like, difficult? Or something else? Anyway, the Zesty Bow, garbage. Ring of Might, I'm going to hold on to for now. Skillful Blade. This is the Repair Oil, the Broken Axe, and the Mana-Stealing Bat. Nobody would have possibly guessed that the club was actually going to be the most valuable thing we picked up. Yeah, I'm probably going to just save the Strength Ring for later is what I'm thinking. Swords. Oh, look, a Sword of the Bat for 12,000. That would be... Well, warriors don't really use mana anyway, but, you know, neat. Lots of neat stuff here. A Magic Axe. We could buy that to learn spells. Probably should buy it. It's not that expensive. Ooh. We could get a lot of magic gear right now. Holy smokes. Oh, you mean what happens to the character at the end game? Sure. I understand. Let's not spoil that. That's a really nice modifier for learning magic, and also if you're a mage. So plus, like, the highest you can get is +30 of wizardry, but that it's not even unlockable yet. So I'm gonna say sure. I'm not spending my money on much else anyway. I'd like to see the next tier of bow, though. Longbows. Hey, there you go. Composite bows. So we have the stats available for the next tier of bow. We'll need actually a good one. Like, I could buy this 3 to 6, but it's still technically worse average damage. We need like an enchanted composite bow. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep that. And I think it actually gives us more armor. 1 less armor. Well, we'll just sell this and it's fine.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
And it's fine because we had 10,000 gold just sitting there, so we can also probably afford to buy that magic axe. The goal will be... This is like... I'm only buying it because it's cheap. The goal is actually to have a spare set of sword, shield, helmet, armor of magic or brilliance. And then whenever you want to learn a magic book, a spell, you just switch over to them, basically. And we'll keep this Ring of Strength. And we'll bring our money with us, because we could learn some magic. Sadly, the axes are two-handed, so it's not ideal. It's just... we might be able to learn some magic now. Maybe I'll show off the book tricks. Some might consider it save scumming. Magical gear, yeah. First off, sell.
Soul in search of answers.
We're going to sell off phasing, lightning rune, firewalls, and we'll keep the full rejuve. Alright, not too much to sell. Rune of fire. Sure, we'll keep our healing scrolls. Oh, I was going to sell that mana potion.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Alright, so, I mean, we're about to start talking about learning spells, so maybe I should save a couple mana potions at some point, but... Let's see if she's got any books for sale.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
Book of Berserk. Not what I want. There's a couple specific spells I would like to at least have access to. So, what you do is you save your game and you reload. And then you just keep reloading until you see the spell you want. It's definitely annoying. I don't care about Holy Bolt. So, we're not going to go too far down this trail, but you could figure out what spells you want and just farm it. It sucks. but she doesn't sell very many
sense a
books.
soul in search of answers.
Usually what I do is shut her up, and then until I get something I want. So we're not ever going to be like a primary spellcaster, but there's a couple spells I'd like to buy. I'd like to buy a Town Portal book, and I'd like to buy a healing book. But you never know, it might take forever, so I'm not going to try this forever, but yeah. This is just kind of the nature of Diablo 1. There's no way to guarantee you ever learn a good spell, like, say, Mana Shield, without doing something like this. Alright, there you go. Healing book. So, it's 17 at level 1. That gets us the healing spell for 20 mana, which is... well, we could cast it 4 times. So we can heal now for mana. That's pretty nice. But I'd like to also get the Town Portal. And maybe Search. The ultimate spell that I would like to get is actually the Search spell. But I don't actually know if it's unlocked at this level. Like, it might have a higher level. I'm not sure. Charge Bolt's pretty good too, but we're not mages. Reflect is like thorns, kinda, or like you take damage and reflect it. Flash. A lot of the magic in this game is pretty bad, even if you're a mage. So I wouldn't even buy it if I was playing a mage, most of these spells. I don't suppose anyone knows what the character level requirement is to find books of search. I just haven't seen any yet, and I am seeing like relatively high level spells right now. Oh, there's Town Portal. Good. Okay, Town Portal. And you only needed 20 magic to learn it. It's not even hard to learn. It's just hard to find. So Town Portal 26, and now technically you could just bring a mana potion or 2, and if you need to get out, you don't need to save up your Town Portal scrolls. And if we put more books into it, the cost will go down. But that's not the priority right now. It's just to get access to the spells. And I think the search books are only 3,000, so that's the last one I want to buy. But I don't know for sure. I'm not 100% sure if it'll even appear. Stone Curse is pretty good. That's your, like, paralyzed spell. Oh, I'll buy another healing, seeing as you showed it up. Don't be greedy. Just get what you can. One of my rules when I'm playing a sorcerer is just to buy the next spell that is useful. Rather than being like, I must get Fireball. Only buy Fireball. I'll just be like, well, the next spell that has some value, I'll learn. So, healing cost went down by 2. You know, that's not garbage. It's only $1,000. You're my lightning wall is it's actually a pretty good spell, to be honest, but again, we're not worried about stuff like that. Maybe later we'll go on a spell bonanza, but for now I just want like the utility spells. Lightning is also a pretty good spell, to be honest. It's not as good as chain lightning, but early on it's nice. Phasing is a teleport that takes you to a random location. Inferno is like a flamethrower that does basically no damage. More Infernos. Books of Lightning. I'm going to give it, let's go 10 more tries. And if we don't see it, then we just move on. Instead of wasting all our time here. So that's number 10. Number 9. Because I'm seeing Mana Shield, like that's a relatively mid-level spell. Number 8. Number 7. Number 6. This is very nostalgic for me, though. Number 5. I remember doing this as a kid for a long time. Number 4. Holy Bolt. That doesn't matter. We're not going to be casting Holy Bolt. 3 more. I could just buy the TP book. Let's just cut our losses and take that and go. So I didn't get the search book, but I never saw any, so they might not even be unlocked yet. But we'll have Town Portal at a slightly more efficient cost. I'd like to get it down to like 20 mana, so like basically we have a very low mana character. You got to keep your spell cost relatively low or you won't be able to cast them, so... You know, the other thing is, I guess part of the mechanics for healing is every time you get a level up, I think it's +1 to the cost. And then every time you read a book, it's -3 to the base cost, but -2 because we're a rogue in Hellfire. So, anyway, that's kind of how books work. We're not going to abuse it too much. I'm just kind of wanted to show off how it works. If you're playing a sorcerer, you're going to want to do some of that every now and then to actually learn your spells you need. For us, it's just kind of a side quest, you know, more than anything. So, with that, we have at least we have access to some new spells. And what I can do is hotkey them, healing, then fireball, and then town portal. If I had search, that'd probably be my last one. We'll just leave trap disarm there. But yeah, now we can, you know, emergency heal, emergency TP, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty useful, right? Anyway, for the future tubers, we're going to call that an episode, another hour, 10 minutes. We're making good progress, you know. We're on floor 5, we're in the second area. Oh, you know, before we close up, there is one more thing that we can unlock while we're in town, I guess. We're not going to do it exactly at this second, but we might as well unlock it. Now that we're in the second area, we should talk to this farmer. Oh, crap. I forgot to turn that back up.
Oh, I could use your help, but perhaps after you've saved the catacombs from the desecration of those beasts.
So he told us, after you finish clearing the church, I'll talk to you. Oh, now you gotta go 4 levels deeper. What a punk. It's okay, the area that he's gonna unlock for us is more dangerous than what we could handle. Alright, so future tubers, we're gonna call it an episode here. We got some new spells, we got some new gear, we got lots of stuff to sell. Like, this has been a very profitable trip down into the catacombs. And, you know, mostly we're focusing on bows and stuff. So we are going to be looking for a better bow soon. You know, we're starting to run into some enemies that take more than one shot to kill. So, you know, that means time for better weapons, right? Anyway, we're level 11, pretty close to level 12. We'll sell that. Actually, we could just use it. 41 magic. That's kind of neat. If we want to cast Firewall, we can just use a charge on the staff. That is an option now. We could carry a staff around and use it to do some fun magic spells. Anyway, we need to end the episode, so I gotta take a little break. Anyway, thanks for watching, future tubers. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you next time for, well, maybe we'll probably clear the catacombs out next episode. We're making pretty good progress, honestly. So I'll see you next time.